Today we're looking at ReaperOTP, a Silver 4 Widowmaker. They requested this review on the Overwatch University subreddit, where they wrote, "The start of the match was the roughest I have ever had on Widow, but once I got some shots in, I got more confident. I would like to hear tips regarding on things like positioning, who I should be looking to kill and such. My aim is bad as I have just now started playing Overwatch again, last played in Season 1, so I also of course need to work on that. I also know that playing other heroes would be much easier for ranking up, but I like playing Widow." Yeah, you should play who you want. At the end of the day, it is a video game. Your focus should be on having fun. I mean, if you're getting hard shut down, if you're not accomplishing anything, maybe you should consider switching, but yeah, just play who you want otherwise. First thing we always want to do is take a look at our team comp. So we got Winston, Widow Cassidy, Ana Kiriko. Okay, you could play with Ana. You might be able to keep each other safe. Another thing you could think about doing is just paying attention to how your Winston dives and just trying to take an angle where you can catch people by surprise while they're focused on him. Let's see how this goes. So you're going main down here. I mean, one thing that a lot of like snipers hit scan like to do is they like to rotate far over here. You know, like I do this on Ana too, just so you can get like some nice vision. You can make use of this high ground. I just feel like this is a very more dominant spot. Although you can also, like, if you're coming down main here, I guess you could use grapple to get up here too. But those are the type of things you can think about when initially positioning. Like you're on low ground here. This is a little bit more restrictive sight lines. The only place you can look down is like right where the the only like good vision you can get of Soldier is right where he's looking at you. And as we can see, you know, you get burst down. So definitely think about, especially as your team pushes in, you know, try to take like an angle where you can get some deep vision, you know, as they're focused on your team in the main area here. You can just pop out here, catch someone by surprise. You know, if you get put in any danger, you could just grapple away. All right, so now our focus should just be on just waiting for a regroup. You know, we can go for some, if we can get a shot here from a safe spot, that's fine. But yeah, I would just be really careful. So you died to Reaper there. Let's talk about that. So when Reaper teleports like this, one thing you could do is, you know, you can back up and just be ready to that moment when he comes out of the TP and he's stationary. You can just time the headshot right there. If you don't think you can hit the shot in time, your number one priority should just be to turn, grapple away, and create some distance between you and him. Then you can turn around and try to go for your shot. But yeah, unless you can like quickly snipe him out as he comes out of the TP, you do not want to stay in a Reaper's face. It's much harder to land that shot, you know, when he's up close.
I've been waiting for a challenge.
Okay, go for some shots here. Nice shot. You could think about moving your positioning around. Nice. See, that's what I'm talking about. So you could think about like dropping down now. You know, you could rotate on low ground, maybe try to take like this angle right here. You just want to be a little bit careful, especially, you know, as your team is starting to get a little more aggressive. That gives you an opportunity to open up a little bit more with your positioning. Because like, see, you're hanging around in the same spot for a little bit too long. And that's why, like, Soldier, while you were focused on somebody else, Soldier waited for that. And he just popped out and burst you down quickly. I remember I used to watch Kenzo a lot. And one thing that he would always say is that he would limit himself to like 3 shots. And then, you know, he would unscope, reposition, you know, try to think about different areas you can play. You always want to, you know, you don't want to be predictable, because then people will avoid the sight lines that they know you're waiting at. And they'll also, like, you know, focus you together at the same time. So you get burst down quick before you can react. So yeah, definitely try to think about moving around. You don't want to stay in the same spot too long, ever, as Widow. Nice shots, though. Now grapple away from this Widow. Yeah, so same thing. It'll be much easier for you to pinpoint the shot and to stay safe too. Is like if you see the Moira get in your face, I would just turn around. You know, you could grapple to your team. You could grapple back here to the health pack, because like, you know, you're in her when she's right in your face. You have to do these big movements to try to, you know, pinpoint her head. Whereas, you know, if you just back up, it's much smaller movements as she's moving around. So something you could think about. But nice shots before that, though. Always try to, like, if people are pushing into you like that, you can always try to just grapple away to keep your distance.
How vexing.
Let's take him to the white.
I want to see you. I don't think you've, I'm not sure if you put your Venom Mine out yet, too. I'd also like to see you as you're holding an area. Like, say you decide to play up here, you know, the enemy team turns around the corner and this is where the fight's taking place. Like, put it, like, right on the wall right next to you, just so it'll catch people like that Reaper as they come in. Definitely want to see you make more use of that Venom Mine. So you want to be a little bit careful, you know. We're, like, right out in the open. Their Mog is right there. You could easily just, you know, turn around, maybe charge into us if he has the cooldown. And, you know, once again, we just want to just be careful about, you know, staying out in the same place, especially in the open, where people can focus us. Another thing you can do, if you think it's safe to do so, you know, you can rotate, like, back here as your tank is pushing in. Try to, like, catch people by surprise. Make sure you have your grapple ready, though, so you can, you know, go back to your team. Yeah, I want you to think about moving around, trying to take, like, these sneaky angles like that. Because, yeah, we stay in the same spot too long, and Maga just charges right into us, like I said. And yeah, we get burst down, so definitely more movement is necessary. That's the big thing that stands out to me about your Widow so far. Unlucky.
Pushing the barricades.
Sweat.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
So it's tough to really get sight lines of people over here. So you could think about, you know, you could go for a shot, see if somebody pokes out, but otherwise I'd think about, like, you know, rotating up, maybe like where your Cass is. You could get like a sneaky angle over here. Things you could think about. You see, especially now with the Magus cage here, you're not going to be able to do anything. You could try to just shoot it to break it, but... yeah. So we didn't move up when we needed to there, and so we weren't really able to contribute anything to the fight or, like, you know, get some early picks before they came in with that ult.
I've been waiting for a challenge. Target identified.
Nice job. You're going for the trick shot. Yeah, same thing. You know, you could take the high ground up here. Like I said before, you can rotate behind, try to catch people by surprise, especially, you know, now that you got your ult, you can just pop the sights and it'll just be easier to find someone to go after. Or even, like, you see that the fight is moving down over here. You saw the supports go behind the bus. You could even just poke right here, try to get, like, a quick kill on them. You know, if they turn to focus you, you just grapple away, like, up to this high ground or something.
They took him from us. A round of healing.
Same thing. Don't stay in the same spot.
No one can hide from the hunters.
This isn't necessarily bad. I don't mind you taking a little flank like this.
Let's take him to the wasteland.
Nice job. Yeah, that's absolutely valid. If you can just flank behind and catch people by surprise, you know, as your team is actively fighting, that is very good to do as Widow. And you know, you had your grapple available just in case. Nice shots. Yeah, see, this is a little bit better. You're on the high ground. You can stay a little bit more hidden. You know, you were able to get like an angle on the Ana where she wasn't looking at you. Yeah, you're pretty safe over here. Nobody's looking at you yet. Like, see, you get that nice kill on the soldier.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, move away. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, you don't want to get burst down like in front of your team like that. Same thing, you know, you've already like poked out from this main area. You could go through the door here, try to get like this angle right here as the, you know, as your team starts to push. Once again, just try to catch somebody by surprise at an angle where they're not looking at you.
The enemy has the robot. Retrieve it.
See, it's like really harder to stop and like really pinpoint your shots if you're playing like right in the main area where the enemy team's already looking down.
How vexing.
Nice body shots.
No one can hide from the hunters.
Gotta go for the Reaper. That's fine, you pressured him, you can look around. Definitely reposition now that the enemy team's backed off. So same thing, like you're on the low ground. It's a little bit more restrictive, but you do land a nice headshot on the Moira. Like, yeah, now Maga's pushing into you. You never want a tank close to you as Widow. If a tank gets in your face or gets somewhat near you, that is a sign that you need to move. So I would definitely be thinking about just unscoping, turning around, and like grappling up to where your Ana is right now. Like now he's nano too? Yeah. So because we didn't move in time, we got trapped in the cage fight and then we die. Yeah, constant movement. Like, you know, like I said, go for like 3 shots, 3, maybe 4. I want that to be your absolute limit. Then I want you to think about, you know, unscoping and repositioning.
Rampage time! Watch them scatter! Team to me!
A little medicine goes a long way.
Yeah, like especially now the enemy team's pushing up, we definitely want to back away, maybe take this, you know, once again, take this area up here to try to, you know, get an off angle, catch someone by surprise.
Let's take him to the wasteland.
Nice shot. Yeah, you land that nice headshot and your team pops off too, so still works out. Think about taking the high ground again. Yep. Nice. Good avoidance. Like, try to ping your Ana so you get healed, but you're good now. Yeah, back away. Back away. Yeah, so you kind of just, you know, you kind of just stood there as Reaper was pushing into you. You know, as he's wraithing, I would just think about, you know, backing away. because as you can see, as we talked about, when he's like right in your face jumping around, it's so much harder for you to pinpoint his head. So if you can just keep as much distance as possible, maybe, you know, we could have stayed alive long enough that by the time our grappling cooldown came back, you know, we could have just like maybe gone like right to the health pack and then just had a much easier shot at him.
Overtime. Don't scamper off now. Stay with the robot.
Back in action.
I'm on fire.
You're allowed to hit back.
It's good though. Yeah, help your team finish off.
Are you done?
Une
Cool.
mort magnifique.
Stick
The
with the
grand
robot.
finale.
Yeah, so I would grab one of the health packs or let your Junker Queen do it. But you just want to be a little bit careful about poking out like main right here when you're half HP. Definitely think about grabbing that, or you know, at least playing in like just a more safe area where you have cover until your supports come back at least. Looks like your Ana's almost back. That was a nice shot though.
Truly feel alive.
Who needs healing? Behind you.
I see how you're in a lot of danger here, but you do back awake well.
That was a fatal shot.
Push, little robot.
Let them out.
It's a little risky, but fortunately the window makes this much better for us.
The robot and we will win.
The enemy team is a lot more hesitant to push while that was up. So exact same thing, you know, we hung out in the same spot too long. We were really just focusing on the Reaper. Meanwhile, Maga pushes right into us and we get trapped in the cage fight once again. So yeah, we can't tunnel vision, and once again, we always have to just be repositioning, trying to keep our distance and stay safe. Looks like that's the game though.
No more playing around. Stop that robot.
Yeah, nice job. So what really stood out to me is, you know, when you played back, when you took high ground, took angles where the enemy team wasn't looking, you dominated. You know, when you stood out in the open, when you hung out in the same spot too long, you got dominated. That's the big thing I saw here and what I really want you to think about. Always just be trying to reposition, try to think about sneaky angles that you can take to try to catch people by surprise. And then always, when you're doing that, make sure you have your grapple cooldown on handy so that you can use it as a means to escape. But yeah, otherwise, nice job. Let me know if you have any questions. If anyone would like to request a VOD review, check the link in the description, and best of luck with your climb.